First and foremost, want to give all praise. Oh wow, Slacky, Slacky.
SBS advises that the following program, with a lot of the people.
Slacky. All right. First and foremost, want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kakadash. Just give double honors to the elder apostles of Jesus, in whom the truth resides. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, that's out here preaching the truth for the love of the gospel, risking your lives for the for the love of the gospel. Slacky. Your Aquath that's out here learning in silence and whatever Yahweh Shah may find your hands to do. This is Qam YASHARAHLA, accompanied by
Gaboria.
All right. We're watching a video for the brother Shapatyan at in GMS Chicago camp, and this is what inspired this video, man, because he put up a video concerning the confusion of faces, and me and my son was watching the workout video. Well, we was watching something anyway. Then we ran across this, and this is a look at this woman who appears to look like an Edomite and her whole family, and they're gonna go down their lineage. I don't know if any brothers ever ran across this video, but wow, I was wooed, man. When I seen it, I was like, man, look at this. But it's just a lot of confusion in faces, man, which more just attributes that we're more closer and closer to the end, man. Okay? All right, and play this video, and then we're going to hear some scripts.
That lives out here, you probably wouldn't take them to be black people. You might not look black, but you got the black blood.
Hey, you know what? And hey, just look at this, bro. You gotta love the sister, bro, because her mother, her mother raised her right. You couldn't get her to say nothing else. Just watch it, brothers. Watch this.
Well, my name is Roberta Jeanette Orler, but I go by Bird for a nickname. I've lived here all my life. On my job that I had worked at, they took me to be white. And my best friend, she took me to be white. She was shocked when I told her I'm not white. I am black. I am a black person. And it was, well, you're not that. You think you are. No, I know I am. I was raised that way. But I was also raised, as Mom would say, it doesn't matter what color your skin is. We all serve one God. Now, as you know, this is my home. Over here is my daughter's home, Jessica. Everybody else in here, we're all kinfolks. That's how this community got to be mixed with white and black. It was from the black children. Our children going out marrying white and bringing them in. A lot of them was as light as I am, but we still said we were black. And then we had some real dark ones, but that's okay. They were black, we were black. So that's how this all got started. My grandma.
And even though it got started way before then, I'm gonna hit it again. Go ahead and get that. What you got, brother?
All right, this is Daniel chapter 9, verse 7. It says, O Lord, righteousness belong unto thee, but unto us confusion of face at this day, to men of Judah and the habitation of Jerusalem, and to all of Israel that are near and that are far, through all the countries, whether thou have driven them because of their trespass that have trespassed against thee. O Lord, to us belong confusion of faces, to our kings and to our princes and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
Right. What she said is, that's how that community got started. Well, it started way before her community. It started back matter of fact, it started when we was in Jerusalem, man. And before we got expelled out our land. And when we got expelled out our land, it happened even more. Okay. So like she said, it's not, her mother raised her up. It's not about skin color. Okay, that's what we teaching is truth, man. Everybody that this Israelite is not gonna look like what the elders used to say back in the day. It look like John Shaft, man. All right. Now, if she go down her genealogy, you're gonna see that a lot of these people, man, none of them look like Jake, man. I mean, none of them look like so-called Israelites. They all look white. And watch the preacher. He gonna really trip you out.
She has half Turk, half black. My grandpa was a white man. My mom registered me as black. My mom she wasn't
That got me when she said that. But watch this. Check it out.
as fair complected as I am. She was a light tan brown. My dad, he has German, Irish, white. Well, his mother was a white woman. His dad was a colored man. And then as I grew old.
Right. So she said all of that German and all of that, but that Irish trumped that. Plus, man, we ruled Germany and Europe and all them other places anyway. So, let me go.
Older, and I got married, and I had my children. I registered my children as black. I have found that stone that was here down the mountain. Most of them in this area goes as black. We've got maybe 2, 3 families that considers themselves being white, but the rest of us in here, we consider ourselves being black.
You know this country is precious, always have been, and it never will grow out of it. I was in the service in '66. Yeah, I circle black, Negro. He said, you can't circle that. I said, that's what I am. Well, he kind of smiled, and he said, circle this. I said, okay, which meant Caucasian. I didn't show my collar, but I know what I was. And I ain't gonna tell you about my race. My mom raised me as Negroes. Oh, I had a lot of people ask me, say, why did your mom raise you as a Negro? I said, that's what I am. They said, yeah, but you don't show it. I said, it's gonna come a time where white won't accept you and the Negroes will accept you. I said, I'll wait it out. That's all you can do. You'll shout the victory. You'll break through.
Hey, you can see by that flavor, man. You know, because that's one thing that's undeniable, man, is that spirit. That spirit Jake got, man, definitely separates you, man. You got something else?
Yeah, this is Genesis chapter 22, verse 16. It says, and said by himself, I have sworn, saith the Lord, because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, that is blessed. I will bless thee, and multiply. It's like and multiply. I will multiply thy seed as the sand, as the stars of heaven, and as in the sand which is upon the seashore. And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemy.
Right. Okay. And then sand is multiple colors, man. Shades of colors. All right. You got sand. You got dirt, black earth dirt that mixes with sand. You got clay dirt. You got all different types of earth, man. There's different shades. Okay. And if you look at our people, that's us. Okay. And when we do away with Esau, it's still like, well, I think all nations gonna be like I said, because these people are plagued with no melanin, but that doesn't mean that they're not Israelites. But when the kingdom, everybody's gonna have melanin, because melanin is a element that's within us for us to absorb the energy and vitamin D from the sun. No melanin, it causes you to burn. All right, and that's that mark that was set up on Esau. And even though Esau had it, our people got it too. All right, let me finish.
Growing up, I was always taught that I was black. I started into school and didn't really think much about it until I got.
Now here's where it switches up. Check this out, because now the mama, look how strong the mama was, but see, check out. They gonna kind of get into it. Mom's is stern though. Check it out.
to the elementary, I'm going to say around about 3rd or 4th grade, that's when I started noticing a difference. I started noticing I was being taught that I was black, but I didn't look black. Other children didn't view me as black.
Yeah.
Even some of those other kids made fun of me because, why are you saying you're black when you're white? It wasn't until I reached about junior high and then I realized I'm white. That is what I am. Yes, I know I was raised black and was told I was black, but I am white. What black person has blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair complected and can hardly tan besides burning? I'm white. You don't have to look black to be black. I know she don't look black, but she has got black in her. She's right. She's got a lot of different kind in her. But I am her mother. I stand on the black. She did not stand. Only for so long of a time she stood as for black. When she got into school, into Waverly School, she let the people in Waverly change her thinking, her feeling. I didn't. I still stood for what I was, what my mother told me I was. I didn't care what I had to go through. I still stood for it. When I finally made the decision to go as white, I did feel guilty about it. It did, in a way, break my heart. It's nothing against my family, and it doesn't mean that I don't like black people or love black people or care for black people. I do. And like I told her, I can't be racist, and I know that, and I would never want to be, even if I chose to be. I couldn't. I don't want that for myself or for my children.
Which we know racist is not that's not the term that you would use. Racist only means gene. And the way they just throw the word racist around, which is nothing wrong with being racist. That means that you're just for your people, because the EST on the end of it is a suffix. Okay, same thing with you would be a pianist, the suffix of the word makes it you're just for what you're doing. A pianist is a person that performs using a piano. He loves the piano, play the piano. An artist is one person that loves art. Okay, so she and that shows you how and like I said, she had her ways changed because she found that school taught her about that white privilege. You know, just like the other guy said, they told him to circle Caucasian. All right, but long as you know who you are, man. We basically out here to push identity, show that you are Israelite. You know, because they keep using the word black, man. Black is a color. You know, but mom's is stern on hers, man. And you can't really get away from that, man. And what cuts Esau, man, because our genealogy is listed in the scriptures. All right, get that in Isaiah.
This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10. It says, "In that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand at a insight of the people." Ensign of the people.
Mm-hmm.
To it shall the Gentiles seek.
Right.
And his rest shall be glorious.
Right, okay. And when we do that genealogy from root of Jesse, and you go to Matthews, and you see that line of Jesse in there, we could retrace our lineage all the way back to King David, man. All right, back to Abraham. Our genealogy is in the scriptures, man. How beautiful is that, man? Esau is not going to go to the scriptures to trace his genealogy, because his genealogy is going to split. It's going to bear truth. That's why he tries so hard to get away from the scripture. In the scripture, we don't need ancestry.com. Our people just hard headed and don't listen, man. You don't need ancestry.com when you read the scriptures, man. The Lord left everything. He said what? He left everything here for our learning, man. All right. So when you go to Isaiah 11 and then you skip over to Matthew's first chapter. And then, what is that, Luke, the 5th chapter, I think?
That talks about what?
It goes to Mary's lineage. Okay, so our lineage is all...
They're both in Matthews.
Yeah, it's one in Luke, too. Because it goes from Mary's side. So it shows both, you know. So our genealogy is in the scriptures, man. We don't have to We don't need ancestry.com and all of that garbage, man, for us to find our identity.
And the only reason why I show Mary is just to show that Yahushua came from a pure line of Judah.
Yeah, right.
Because some people was like, oh, see, it does matter with the mother. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right?
It only matters with the father. They just show. Right. They just put. It's written in the scriptures just to show that Yahushua came from a pure line of
Israelites,
of Judah and Pacific.
Yeah,
Judah is the head tribe.
Yeah, the head tribe, right?
You know?
Because it actually says that in Hebrews. It's evident that our Lord and Savior sprang up out of Judah, right? So we don't need ancestry.com, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these people, they try to trace their lineage, man. You don't have to trace your lineage. Your lineage is in the scriptures, man. It's in your DNA, you know.
And depending on that, the Israelite woman who her daughter said she considers herself a white person,
right?
Depending on whatever her father is, that determines her because if the Israelite woman that looks like an Edomite, if she married another Edomite, then all her children will be considered Edomites.
Yeah, but I think she went into. I'm gonna play some more.
Okay, yeah, because she's considering her children be black because of what her and her family,
her mother, cause
her mother and her father.
Yeah, because it's tricky, man. Because you have to, and like I said, like the mother that was on here and said when she said her daddy was was white man, German and Irish, and then his father being a Jake. So that's what determines it's what your father is. Okay, because she's going by a lot of mixing as far as with these mothers, and it doesn't matter about your mother, right? But I think her daughter, I think her husband was, because she didn't. Wait, I think the preacher was her husband.
I thought the preacher was her father.
No, well, you brothers can watch it in its entirety, but for edification's sake, get that in Numbers 1:19. Because it's like the water for your son for bringing that up, because that's the whole point of this. You know, it's you only are what your father is. Go ahead.
This is Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. It says and they assembled all the congregations together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families.
Their pedigrees, and you know, pedigree is not prevalent with. They don't use it with humans. They use it more especially dogs and cats and stuff. They say a pedigree, okay, but they get all words, everything. And when you read the scriptures, you find out also, man, all these basic words. Suburbs, I didn't even know suburbs was in the scriptures, man. Suburbs, they got that out of the scriptures. Suburbs is in the scriptures, man. All right, Esau uses all of everything out of the scriptures, man. But he uses it in a way that you wouldn't think it was in there. And the only way you would find out is by reading them. Okay, go ahead.
It says their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their fathers, man. All right. So you only establish an Israelite, man, by what your genealogy, what your nationality is of your dad, your father. Okay, because the father holds the seed, man. Okay, and he disperses it into that woman, and she fertilizes. She fertilizes that seed and it comes forth into a child. Okay, and that's what determines what the child is. So Israelite man can get with any nation or woman, and it's gonna that child is established as Israelite. Okay, not so for the woman. That's also just going to another thing, but that also lets you know about men can have more than one woman. So, because we're the only one that can take that nationality with us. The woman don't. A woman, Israelite woman, can live with any other nation of man, and guess what? That child is going to become whatever that nationality that man is. All right, let me play the rest of this.
You're never going to get to the top of that mountain, I'm telling you. The black blood in you is going to stay there, and whether you want to accept it or not, there is going to be people to pick it out of you, whether you mention East Jackson or not. I went to a doctor in Waverly a couple good years back, and on that application, it asked my race. and I put black. The woman come out and said to me, "How can you be black?" And I kind of stared at her because she threw me off. She said, "I have never seen a black person. Fair complected, blue eyes, freckles, and red hair." I said, "Well, surprise, you see her now." And she wanted to change my race. She was aiming on marking out the black and putting white. And I told her, "Don't you do that. I know what I go by. I know what I am. You leave it there. I will never, ever deny my race for what my mother had brought me up and raised me and had put me as. I will always be that until the day I leave this earth."
With that, yeah, we can close there, man. So
I mean, she even got the spirit of an
man,
Israelite.
yes,
bro.
you
can clearly see she has the spirit of an Israelite.
Yeah, hey man, you know it's so crazy because when I seen this, man, it reminded me of my son's grandmother. My son's mother is grandmother was so-called white, man, but bro, she had spirit just like this lady, man. She was over dramatic, bro, and she didn't take no shit, bro. That's what drew me to her because I got with my son's mother, man. She was kind of young, bro, and her mother was like, "What the hell?" You know, and bro, she acted just like a nigga woman. That's basically why I picked this video, man, because her spirit reminded me of his grandmother, man. That was my home girl. But all right, man. With that, man, we give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles GMS, in whom the truth resides. Peace and blessings be multiplied to you. Akim out here is preaching his truth in four corners of the earth for the love of the gospel. Also to you, Aquas, be blessed with whatever Yahweh Shah may find your hands to do. All right, shalom.
Shalom.